Hello, hello. I want to first thank all my subscribers. Kisses to all of you. I appreciate your love, your support, your comments, your likes, your intuition is so amazing. I love listening to your comments. It puts thoughts in my mind, and I can't stop chatting with you guys. Thank you so very much. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do this video really quick just to give you a small intro though. Basically, Meghan is trying to be an A-lister. She wants to hang out with them. She wants to be around them. She wants to have a connection with them. And so this is the way she's going about doing it. She can't be an A-lister based on talent because there's nothing there. So she's trying to be an A-lister based off the fact that she married a prince. And now that she's married a prince, you know, oh, we know Meghan from Meghan and Harry. No one knows Harry. It's just interesting how she's thrusting herself into Hollywood by all means necessary. It really looks desperate. Now, I heard she went to the concert twice. Okay. It's a part two. Anyway, my first and last comment or expression, my thoughts about what's going on with Meghan right now is that she's trying to get and hang out with the who's who's. And she wants us to see that she's hanging out with the who's who's because she's finna come out with her tag. And she needs all this publicity so that it's building up. She's seen out at the Beyonce concert. She's hanging out with these A-listers. Ooh, what's going on? What's coming out next with Meghan? Nothing. Meghan, who is she going to be influencing? The A-listers? Us? Who? I've never seen this before. I've never seen someone trying to be relevant by hanging out with others that are relevant. I want to sit next to Kim Kardashian because she has millions of followers and people like her. So if I be friends with her, maybe people will be friends with me. It's like they're smoothing over. It feels like Harry and Meghan are trying to be relevant because of the other A-listers. They're not A-listers. They're rubbing shoulders with A-listers and they want to be a part of that group. What group? What group do Meghan want to be a part of? She wants to be known, seen, loved, admired, and making money. And these are the tactics that she's doing to try to get there. I think it's a little bit of desperatism. I think it is a lot of desperatism. It just is weird that she is one from being a royal, but I really want to be an A-lister. I really feel like she went about it all wrong. If she wanted to be an A-lister, then she should have married someone that was an A-lister to catapult herself up into that. Maybe she should have went after Bezos. He was single. He's a billionaire. He'll get her where she needs to be. That's the type of person she needed. But she married Harry, a prince, which made her a princess. But that's not it anymore. I don't want to be a princess. Obviously she never did, or she just wanted it for the status. We are seeing in real time how Meghan is gimmicking her way to the top. I really want to be an A-lister. This is Meghan. I really want to be a superstar and I want to hang out with them and I want to feel important and I want to make money and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to hang out with Beyonce and I'm going to hang out with Jay-Z and I'm going to hang out with Kelly Rowland and I'm going to hang out with all the A-listers so that everybody can see that guess what? I do have friends. People do like me. It's not what you say. That is fake. I don't care if people are lining up taking pictures with Meghan. It does not take away who she is on the inside. She's a grifter. She's a con artist. She is a social climber. She is doing whatever she can to reach the top by all means necessary. It is cringe watching to see her out there like that. And her mother. They look like two desperate women trying to get in good. But no, we're not desperate. We're really hanging out with these people. No, it really looks weird. Like Redbird said, look how the tables have turned. They're like little mouse trying to get some cheese. It just looks weird. Like Redbird said, the tables are turned. Who's chasing who? She's chasing the A-listers. At first, they were supposed to be chasing her because she was the Duchess of Sussex. But now she's chasing them, going to concerts, getting down there, trying to take pictures with people. See? Doing everything that WME is trying to help her to bring up her reputation. Okay, so just because Beyonce decides to like her, let's say hypothetically, how does that change what has happened with her and what she's done and what she's continued to do and what people say about her? That she's a grifter, that she uses people, that she treated the royal family like crap, and that relationship is completely over. And not just that, Harry's relationship is in the toilet. Now they're running around trying to be friends with the people that Harry's trying to be friends with the Beckhams. He's trying to say, I'm sorry, oopsie daisy. It just looks weird. How you're going to reach people is through getting back with your family. But word on the street is that Harry is knocking on the kingdom's door and no one's letting him in. Well, that's not surprising. But if they worked as hard as they did on trying to be noticed by celebrities and trying to fix their relationship with their family, maybe something will come. Let's listen to this.
But delighted that Kinsey Schofield, US correspondent, is with us now. And Kinsey, you're very good to join us today. Meghan Markle could apparently be making a comeback. I'm sure we're all...
Meghan Markle is supposed to be making a comeback. Okay, I would have to say that she was once there. And she will never come back. There is never going to be a comeback. She could go to Beyonce's concert and Taylor Swift concert and whoever else, Adele's, whoever else's concert, and try to hang out and take pictures with famous people. But she looks desperate. She looks like, you guys see me? I'm coming out with my TIG in a moment, and I need all these friends to support me. She do need them people to support her because we're not. And so if we're not supporting her, the A-listers are. What? Kim Kardashian's going to go on there and buy something from Meghan because she influenced her to do it? Meghan can't relate to anyone, so how in the hell is she going to get anyone to buy something because she's running around like a rat looking for cheese? She did. She just looked like I want to be in the front. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this. Doria running around taking pictures with the Kardashians. I said, something's up. They're setting the tone. They're setting the scene that they have all these friends and they're getting ready to do this. And Meghan is good at soliciting. Her and Harry. Remember they solicited at the Lion King moment when he was asking the producers to give Meghan a job for voiceover? Mm-hmm. Like someone said, Meghan's out there working. Everybody else is having a good time. They're not thinking about work. They're not thinking about, I need this for publicity. They're just enjoying Beyonce, having fun, congratulating her on her 52 years, and so on and so on. Meghan's working desperately, trying to get attention, trying to come back. There's no comeback. You had it when they first announced that they were engaged and everything like that. Harry and Meghan, everybody was starting to look her up and try to figure out who she was. So the lie she keeps trying to tell us that we knew her. No, no one knew you. No one. But everybody knows you now. And now that people know you, you think you can just run up and take a picture with these A-listers and then you'll be popular again. I don't know what, that is just the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Normally, when you are trying to come out, you show people what you have. You show them your talents. You show them why you're worthy of their attention. When she's supposed to be breaking out into this newness or whatever, her new brand, her comeback, you're not bringing anything new. What are you? You're going to influence us on to buy a wine that you liked? You're going to be talking about the Beyonce concert as if I want to hear it through your lens? What coat to wear in the winter, what shoes to wear and how to wear them. How is she going to be a Gwyneth? How is she going to command me to want to listen to what she has to say and think that it's genuine? Meghan's a user. She's out there soliciting. I wouldn't say networking, I would say soliciting. Because if any of those people take her serious, they're in trouble. She is a user. She used Oprah. She used Tyler Perry. And I don't remember her and Tyler Perry hugging and saying hello. Show me the picture. Show me a moment where her and Tyler Perry, they were at the same concert. Now, Spotify had already said she was a grifter. And Tyler Perry is not going to come out and say anything negative about her because just out of respect. But he is going to stay the hell away from her. But what I think is kind of, let us know. Tell us your experience so that we won't have that experience for ourselves. Spotify has already told us that they're grifters. Tyler Perry's keeping his a secret. I don't remember them hugging. I don't remember them speaking. I don't remember them talking at the Beyonce concert. They were best friends. He's the godfather. Check this out. This makes no sense at all. I'm the godfather, okay? I'm going to a concert and I'm going to see that person there. Why would I not break my neck? Just kidding. Why wouldn't I make an attempt to try to hang out with that person knowing that we're that close? She made stranger a stranger. Tyler Perry was a stranger. Her kid's godfather. Because he saved her from the UK. Tyler Perry saved her from the United Kingdom and saved her from King Charles because they wouldn't give her any security. So Tyler Perry decided to save them. Let's keep moving.
And that would be quite nice.
I certainly think that
just a little bit more.
Maybe making a comeback. I'm sure we're all.
Sorry, I really did dribble.
I think that Meghan Markle's intention is to make a comeback. We've seen her twice recently at the Beyonce concerts. She's recently signed with William Morris Endeavor, which is a powerhouse agency in Hollywood, California.
Why would you go to a concert twice? She went twice because there were going to be people that she can mingle with and take pictures with and connect with and try to get them on Team Sussex. Because she needs these people. But as much as she needs them, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. The verdict is out. And listen, this is how I see Meghan. She's extremely conniving. She's not, to me, one of those people that would be considered wise because she makes really bad decisions. And it's as clear today as it was yesterday that the only reason why she wants to hang out with these people is so that she can be back on top. When people were coming out in the streets and waving flags and saying, "We love you, Meghan." That is really telling to me because her popularity isn't there. Now, when Catherine and William were here and went to a Lakers game, it was a big deal. It was on every news station. They talked about it for weeks. They talked about how Beyonce and Jay-Z had met with Catherine and William. I mean, it was a big deal. And if I'm not mistaken, the Laker game was sold out. Meghan doesn't command those kind of crowds. She used to when she first married Harry, but no one's coming out to see her like at New York when she went to go get that award. It should have been a line of people around the block just to get a glimpse of the Duchess of Sussex. In other words, her power that she used to hold, she doesn't hold that anymore. She's a regular person, what I'm trying to say. She's not someone that people are seeking out to see. Let's see what Kinsley is saying about her new fame.
I certainly think that Meghan Markle's intention is to make a comeback. We've seen her twice recently at the Beyonce concerts. She's recently signed with William Morris Endeavor, which is a powerhouse agency in Hollywood, California.
Powerhouse. Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. This is not going to change her popularity. I don't think it's going to move the needle. What does this have to do with her popularity? That she's hanging out with celebrities. How does that change your popularity? Because people are going to be like, oh, they like her, so I must like her too. This is a great attempt. I'll give them an A for effort. I said that yesterday. But just because I like Washington, Kerry Washington, and I like Beyonce's friend, Knowles, Kelly Knowles, I can easily stop liking them. That's the kind of an effect that Meghan has on people. She's box office poison. And to me, this is a clear case that if you hang out with her, your reputation is on the line. I could be wrong, but I know how I feel about the situation. And it doesn't make me want to be any of their friends. I've seen her do some really despicable things. Even this is despicable. Running around trying to make friends with people that she doesn't know. Again, remember how she invited all those people to her wedding that she didn't know? Now she's hanging out with people that she don't know, she can't relate to. They can't relate to her. And she's just desperate. Desperatism. And here's the thing. They did talk about her over here at the Beyonce concert. They showed her dancing. That was something to see. But it wasn't on the news. It's on E! News. It's on page 6. And also on the other one. But what I'm saying is she doesn't make that kind of news over here. And by the way, the Kardashians stole the show over here. Yes. When they walked in, when Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, and the rest of them walked up in there, all eyes were on them. Meghan is not the star. She should be, but she's not. The Duchess of Sussex is in the house. So, who else? They mentioned her. Then they went on to who else was in there. Lizzo, of course, Jay-Z, her husband, the Kardashian clan. Chris Rock was there. Chris Rock, the one that told her she hit the light-skin lottery. He was with Lizzo. Chris Rock, the one that said that about Meghan, okay? Can you imagine them running into each other? They couldn't, because she was up in the box. He was down there on the floor with the A-listers. She was up there. But Chris Rock is the one that said, yes, Meghan running around here complaining about hitting the light-skin lottery. About racism and all this stuff, what color his skin is. He was there. No, and then she's taking pictures with all these people, and I forgot what I was going to say, but she wasn't the star. Diana Ross was there. Number one, Beyonce is the star. And Meghan didn't bring the crowd. She didn't bring publicity. Trust me. When they showed Kim and the rest of them all supporting Beyonce, that's the stars. Those are the people with the talent. Those are the people that are bringing something to the table. Meghan has nothing to bring but con artistness stuff, deceitful, lies, blaming, and just corrupt. And it blows my mind that anyone would want to take a picture with her, that anyone would want to be associated with her, that want to hang out with her. She has not changed. She's still the same Meghan that married Harry and drove him from his family. But since he's okay with it, we're supposed to be okay with it. We don't care if Harry's okay with it. He lost his mind a long time ago when he met you. When he met Meghan. Yeah, he lost it. That's that puppet. It was a fake date night. Oh God, I gotta explain it. I told my husband, I said, look how she's hugging him. I said, she's hugging him, and then he lets go, and then she doesn't look in his eyes. She turns around and it's weird. Watch the scene when she's hugging her husband and how quickly she turns her head back to the stage as if, okay, I got that scene over with. Acting. When Meghan leaves out of the house, cut, roll it. She's acting. She's acting like she loves Harry. Listen. When they get through playing house, when he gets through pushing her up, if she ever gets there, I don't know. I am not a supporter. That's all I know. I am not a supporter, and I will continue to talk about why I'm not a supporter. But if, which I doubt, some kind of miracle happens where Meghan becomes this star overnight, that's going to be interesting. Come on, Meghan. Come on, Kinsley. Break it down.
I certainly think that Meghan Markle's intention is to make a comeback. We've seen her twice recently at the Beyonce concert.
No, we've seen her more than that. She was in the parking lots. We saw her in the parking lot. She was running around, hanging there with the thing. She is getting ready for her TIG. Let's see. She's been out a lot, which is a sign that something is about to happen. Her comeback is coming, but it's going to fall short. It is.
Which is a powerhouse agency in Hollywood, California. They're looking to turn her into
up today. I'm almost sleepy.
To turn her into, a lifestyle expert. They've compared their pursuits to Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop and to the huge brand she's built for herself.
She could be the next Gwyneth Paltrow with her absolute nonsense with her Goop thing, where mushrooms cure cancer or whatever.
Yeah, it's everything from the candle to the all I eat is soup broth for 2 weeks. That's how I stay steady.
I watched that hilarious, unintentionally hilarious series about Gwyneth Paltrow, The Goop Lab, on Netflix. I've never laughed so much in my life. It was just absolute nonsense. So Meghan Markle becoming the new Gwyneth Paltrow.
I haven't been on the Goop.
Sense, actually, given her
Goop got out. And I'm not.
I understand.
Meghan doesn't draw me to the people that are helping her or assisting or she's hanging out with. It turns me off. I get turned off by Gwyneth because if there are meeting and hanging out. I get turned off because she's a user. And you know that by now. She's not one of those people that is a friend. She's a con artist. And she's using everybody out there just like she used them at the wedding to invite them all over there to let them know, listen, I want to be hanging out with all of y'all when I get over there. And then at the Beyonce concert, which has switched, now she looks like one of them rats that's running around trying to get a piece of cheese. She looks desperate. No one's knocking on her door. So WME said, get out there and do it. You need publicity. Show your face. Show your face. Get out there. Show your face. Get ready to show your face so people can get ready to see your launch.
Understand why they're doing it. They've been failing over the last few years. So they've got to shift directions.
Yeah.
Do think that what it's not is what they promised British royal family, which was to live a life of service, chasing after, twerking at a Beyonce concert and producing basically a reality show.
Let me rewind it just a little bit. But before I do, I want to talk about that scene I just showed you when they were in line begging the producers for a movie scene. Meghan is still got her resume out. She's still promoting herself. She still didn't realize when she married Harry that she had arrived. Now she didn't send herself back to the back. And even when she's in the front, you still like, who is that? Move her on. Look, we don't care. Like, what's the next best thing? Meghan is not the new thing. She is not she's coming with something new. Even though she is, it's boring. I'm not going to care about her trying to sell something that doesn't belong to her. She has no talent. Anybody can do that. Anyone can do what she's doing. Give it to me. Give me a TIG and give me that wine and I will sell it. But since she's the Duchess of Sussex, she thinks that she's going to make all this kind of money. You would have if you hadn't went in on the royal family. And since you decided to trash the very thing that made you famous, it's too late. And then you're not even trying to reconcile with them, but you're trying to reconcile with Beyonce and the Beckhams and the rest of the people that you dissed, but not your family, because they're not important. What's important is that you get in good with these A-listers so that you can build your popularity. I call foul. Go on, Kinsley.
10 years grip in reality.
Well, to me, I understand why they're doing it. They've been failing over the last few years. They haven't succeeded, so they've got to shift directions.
Yeah.
Do think twice recently at the
Rewinding a
Beyonce
little.
concerts. She's recently signed with William Morris Endeavor, which is a powerhouse
Let's
agency
go
in
right
Hollywood, California. They're looking to turn her into a brand, looking to turn her, a lifestyle expert. They've compared their
I don't care.
pursuits to Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop and to the huge brand she's built for herself.
She could be the next Gwyneth Paltrow with her absolute nonsense with her goop thing where, mushrooms cure cancer or whatever.
Yeah, it's everything from the candle to the all I eat is soup broth for 2 weeks. That's how I stay steady.
I watched that hilarious, unintentionally hilarious series about Gwyneth Paltrow, The Goop Lab, on Netflix. I never laughed so much in my life. It was just absolute nonsense. So Meghan Markle becoming the new Gwyneth Paltrow would make a lot of sense, actually, given her.
How would that make a lot of sense? Gwyneth has made a lot of movies. She's done. She's put her work in. She has her talent. And now she's taking that and put it towards something else that she loves to do. Meghan is now existing. I don't want to just exist, but that's what you're doing because you took away your purpose. And now you're trying to create a new purpose. The thing is that she's going to make herself be in Hollywood. She's going to make herself be president. She's going to make these people like her. She's going to make herself become... Oh no, it's not over for Meghan. She's going to keep climbing to the top. And what's going to happen is each time she keeps throwing things out there at us, it's going to fail. The TIG is going to fail.
10 years grip in reality.
What she's hoping is when it do launch, she has people coming out. Oh, take a look at what Kelly Rowland is going to say. Oh, take a look at Meghan's TIG. I'm on there. Are they going to join? Are they going to sign up? I want to know if these celebrities going to support her and sign up. Is she going to rock their brands? God, this is the lowest you can get with Meghan. It's at the bottom.
To me, I understand understand why they're doing it.
Oh.
They've been failing over the last few years. They haven't succeeded, so they've got
Failing.
to shift directions.
Yeah.
Shift.
Do you think that what it's not is what they promised when they left the British royal family, which was to live a life of service, chasing after, twerking at a Beyonce concert and producing basically a reality show for Netflix is not living a life of service.
Meghan said that she was coming over here to live a private life and a life of service and continue to support the Queen. Meghan hasn't done any of that. And that's still on the website. I think they need to go in there and just remove it because they've lied. Like Kinsley Schofield has said. They've always promising things that they're going to do, and then they never follow through with it. Something always happens, and then it's everybody else's fault. I heard that Meghan wanted to blame Spare on the ghostwriter. It was the ghostwriter's fault that what happened to the docuseries and all of this. It's everybody else's fault what happened. No, it came out of your mouth. We heard you say it. We heard you say the racism while you're trying to walk that back. We heard you say all that in the Spare book, everything. It's still fresh in our minds. And so when you look at her, you can't tell me that when you guys don't immediately see her, you think of all the trash. I do. I'm like, wow, all that trash. And not just the trash, but the climbing, trying to get to the top. It was weird. That picture I just showed you guys with her shaking hands with Beyonce in the Lion King line. She was a princess in line asking for work. You had money, you had fame. Look how many people came out that day to celebrate her and Harry coming to the premiere. They wasn't just there for Beyonce and Beyonce. They were there to see Meghan and Harry. That rebranding won't happen again. She doesn't even want to be a part of that anymore. She's done with the royal family. Check this out. Check this out, guys. Let's go back to the beginning. My very first video that I did. And I talked about how Meghan was fixed on being an A-lister. Look at it. Look at her pushing and grinding her way into trying to be one of them. Why? Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, should be all by itself, just like Catherine, the Princess of Wales. All these A-listers that met Catherine were so honored, were so pleased, were so excited to meet a real princess. And then Meghan came, brought herself over here and watered it down. She watered her princessness down. She is not looked at as some ambassador for the UK, for the United States. She's not this known, wonderful, beautiful, inside and out person. It just doesn't come for her. Catherine has it naturally. Meghan's trying to climb her way back to the top. The Duchess alone should just be there. You shouldn't have to climb your way back to the top. You should still be at the top. Rebranding and rebuilding and coming back. It's too soon. Like they said, go hide away for a few years, come back out, then come out with your Tig. And maybe we'll see something more softer, more likable. She's not poison. She looks weird out there. What was she doing? I wish I could do it. Let me see. I thought her stomach ain't that big. Okay. I probably need to step back. It goes back to her always wanting to be in Hollywood, always wanted to be an A-lister, always wanted to hang out with them. She looks like a desperate idiot. Her husband provided her with the status. She took it and she ran. She ran over here. And now that she ruined it, she's trying to bring it back to life. Come on, Kinsley, because she's not doing anything that she said that she was going to do. Nothing. 40 by 40, represent the queen.
I feel like they were dishonest in telling us that that's what they planned to do when they left the British royal family.
James Hale and I are here in the studio.
I know this is a little choppy, but work with me, guys.
I feel like they were dishonest in telling us
they were dishonest.
To do when they
They're
left
still
the British royal
dishonest.
family.
Meghan and Harry is still running around lying and pretending. They're not having fun. They're working. Networking and working. Kim Kardashian walked in there like she was the star of the show. And she was. As soon as they got through showing Meghan jigging, they showed Kim and it shut it down. There was like, oh, okay, who cares about Meghan? No one. She was mentioned, but she wasn't the star of the show. And she should have been. Because when Catherine came, the first, when she did her royal tour, the first royal tour that she did after they got married, I watched the celebrities engulfed her and want to be by her, wanted to talk to her, wanted to take a picture with her. They don't want to take a picture with Meghan. No one, I didn't see Tyler Perry running up to her trying to take her picture. If she was famous and loved, they would have been trying to get a picture with her. Nobody was.
We're both young fogies, although I'm probably just a fogey. We don't know what a tig girl pose is. What is a tig girl pose? Because that's what Meghan's been doing, apparently.
Yeah, so I really feel like this reference is to her going back to her red carpet days. She was very elegant and graceful.
What red carpet days? See, now they're going to have to show, someone is going to have to show a segment where she had red carpet moments. Because what? And even when she was having those red carpet moments, she wasn't red carpeted with the people that she wants to hang out with right now. In that picture with Kelly Rowland, she act like they wanted to take a picture with her. No, you needed to take a picture with them. And you only got one picture, all those celebrities, and you only...
When she entered the royal family scene and didn't do those tacky, like, hands-on hips, Kardashian poses, and she's going straight back to the Kardashian pose.
Hands-on hip, Kardashian poses. Meghan acts when she hits the door. When she walks out her front door. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
I think that's fair to compare with her tig poses. But those, Meghan was a hustler. She was calling getting herself on red carpet.
There she go. She was a hustler. And she's hustling now. Because she knows she's got to regroup. She's been hustling all her life. She hustled her way into the royal family. She hustled her way into getting Harry to do exactly everything that she tells him to do, he does it. She was hustling, trying to get those A-listers over there to her wedding. Oprah, Tyler Perry, she was hustling then, conniving, and this is hustling. So now this is what she's doing at the Beyonce concert, hustling. She was hustling here too. Yep. That don't even look like the same person that's over here. Fake, meek. Oh, I'm with the royal family and this is that. That wasn't exciting for her. That's where she wants to get back to, when she was up there. When you were loved by many, because before that we didn't know you. We didn't know you as a D-lister. So you're trying to get back to when you first married Harry. You will never get back there. She's a hustler.
It's getting, meetings with people like Pierce Morgan. She got a
Calling Pierce Morgan, trying to get in good with it. Hey, Pierce, what can you do for me? Every person that she meets or hangs out with or try to get in contact with, it's something in it for her. How can you make my life better? And if you can't, I'm done. She kicked Pierce Morgan to the curb. I'm done with you. But Pierce Morgan was still saying nice things about her after. No, she thinks she got the lie going on that Pierce Morgan wanted to get with her. So his professionalism shows, because he said that you were a rock star in the beginning. You were. She was dominating global status. Meghan was it. She was the it. She was the new girl on the block. Trust. I was a fan. I followed her. I followed her more than I followed anyone, because she married a prince. That ain't going on no more.
A lot of her work on her own, because she had an incredible work ethic, and you're seeing
That's
a little
true.
bit of that again.
That's true. She focused on what she wanted, and then she went for it. She conned her way into it, but she got it. And then she let it slip out of her hand when she got on the Oprah show, and on and on and on. My thing is this: after the Oprah show, you didn't let the dust settle so you could see if it was going to be a good thing? No. She's a victim too.
She would call and get herself on those red carpets, and you could see it the way that she talked to people and the way.
Yeah, because she got Harry calling Joe Biden, talking about, can we get on your plane? Now that she's the Duchess of Sussex, there's nothing she won't ask or go for or try to do. Stuff is continue to come out about who she is and what she will do. And so far, what I've known her to do is con people, to use people. And she's not afraid to ask you to stay in your hotel for cheaper. If she could spend the night with you because they on a budget. Can I ride on your plane? Tyler Perry, can you pick us up from the UK because we got to go? But my question to her is, have you reached back to those people that you have used in the past to say, thank you, I appreciate it? No, she just, I'm done with you. Who's next? Who's next? You're not the only celebrity. That's how she treated the Beckhams. Like, forget them. I don't care about them. Found out that they were popular. More popular than she.
Is a determined character.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Rewind that a little bit.
And you could see it the way that she talked to people.
You can say what you like about her, but she is a determined character.
Determined.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
What do you think, just briefly, Kenzie, of the state of their marriage?
I think that it reminds me of Joe Jonas, who filed for divorce in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Joe Jonas.
Thank you very, very much indeed, Kenzie Schofield, there, US correspondent. Thanks very much indeed. James, what do you make of Meghan's comeback?
I'm going to have to look that up. Joe Jonas has filed for divorce. Who is that? I know it's one of the Jonas brothers, but the marriage is over. It's a fakery. When Meghan get through faking it, when Meghan get through faking playing house with Harry and really let him know that, yeah, you're still being used. Here, they're not having sex. They're not sleeping in the same bedroom. It's fake. I don't believe any of that. You can tell her acting sucks. When she was hugging on him, it was just so fake. And then he put his arms down and I was like, oh my God. Sorry. I was like, oh my God. Is she really faking it? It was so fake. But I don't have to prove that their relationship is good or bad, because it would feel like hell if I was Harry. He's working 24 hours a day trying to make this woman happy, to get her jobs, to get her where she needs to be. His life is to pump Meghan up and get her to where she wants to be. Isn't that what's going on? They're going their separate ways. It's for him to support and give all his support to his wife and help her with her endeavors and her become whatever it is she's trying to become.
I think that she's been on the biggest stage of all the British royal family, and it's going to be hard to top that. I certainly remember when she was in Suits, and I'm not really sure, what kind of role she'd necessarily be in terms of big budget dramas, etc. I think once you've left the House of Windsor, all those fall short.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I certainly remember when she was in Suits, and I'm not really sure, what kind of role she'd necessarily be in terms of big budget dramas, etc. I think once you've left the House of Windsor, all those fall short.
You left the castle, dum. Sorry for the spinning. You left the castle. Who leaves the castle to be a celebrity? Oh, my life stream is to be an A-lister and be around all the A-listers. You missed the mark. She missed the mark a long time ago. I don't know why she thought trashing them. That's where it messed up for me. I think my heart probably would have turned eventually if I have seen some greatness come out of there. But there's no greatness. It's just, it's not. And you go from being a princess to trying to mingle with the who's, and they don't even notice you. They don't even notice her. She's not the star. If I was a celebrity, I would be like, oh, I took a picture with Meghan Markle. Look, and posted it on my Instagram page. I haven't seen anybody do that. I wasn't excited to see Meghan. Meghan wasn't the star of the show. And that's unfortunate. I think we're about done, guys.
You're probably right.
Okay, yes, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for your love and support. Sorry I was kind of all over the place today. Sorry for the whatever. Kisses to all of you. Let me know what you think in your comments. Is her reputation going to turn around? Is this Tig brand going to be big? Is it going to be like it was when Harry and Meghan first posted their first royal website? Is it going to get, because if it doesn't get that kind of return, then she has failed. She needs to get millions and millions and millions of followers instantly. And so she's coming out right now, showing her face. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm about to come out with something, so watch it. It's coming very, very soon. She's going to have to keep herself. Next week, she's going to have to come up with a new gimmick. The week after that, she's going to have to come up with that until she does her Tig. We should be seeing a lots more of her. Because if you're going to be an influencer, you got to be talking to us and telling us about stuff all day long. And who does she relate to? Who is her audience? Is it the A-listers? Is it us? Is it the Sussex Squad? Is it UK? Is it all of us? Who is your targeted audience? Who are you trying to relate to, Meghan? Your brand depends on you. And your brand has failed. It used to be about something, but it has gone to the toilet. It is no longer it is poison. You don't have substance. And when she opens her mouth, what's going to come out? I'm just curious to how all this is publicity. This is publicity for her. Her going to the Beyonce concert, her taking pictures with the who's. But it's something's missing. There's something missing in this element. And the thing that's missing to me is the love from the celebrities. I don't feel like they're loving on her like they should. Why wasn't she with the who's and why when they, there's Meghan. Oh, there's Harry. There was some people in the stands saying that, But the celebrities are not, you know, when they met Catherine and William, they were starstruck. And that's where celebrities should still be with Meghan and Harry, starstruck. Oh my God, she's a princess. But she let it all out and to tell her grievances and to let everybody know that she's a wounded person. She was suicidal. You know, she almost killed her baby. I mean, this is what she told us on the Oprah show, that she almost decided to kill herself and Archie, Harry's baby, the prince. She wasn't going to do that. She's too narcissistic. She loves herself too much to do that. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember people telling people what they're going to do before they doing it, especially because if you tell someone that you are going to commit suicide, they put you on suicide watch. Mm-hmm. And so what I don't understand, red alert, there should have been signs that we noticed that she wasn't well. And there was no signs. She wasn't laying in the bed or not going to any functions or doing anything. And Harry was probably trying to figure out, well, when did this happen? She's playing a game. When he got home, when she was sitting on the steps talking about she didn't want to live no more, was that the first occasion? What happened after that, Harry? Was she good to go? What made her unsuicidal? It was a constant thought that really trying to convince us, really was trying to do. And then that's all you hear about it. You don't hear about her getting help, talking to somebody. She prayed about it and came up, and then none of that. Nope. They go on to the next thing that they want to complain about and talk crazy about and lie about. Oh, yeah. And then it was racism. And then it was about we wasn't going to get the titles and the security was gone. And then my dad, you know, he's dead to me. And so is Harry's. And then I don't really have a sister. Everything was so freaking negative. And now she's going to influence us to do what? I don't want anything coming from there. If you can do what you did then, what changes? Oh, okay. Now she's this wonderful influencer, and she's so beautiful, and she's got all this stuff to offer us now, that she's not suicidal and that she's not in the UK no more, and she's all this. It's just stupid. It's stupid. She plays a game and thinks this is a fairy tale land that she's living in, and Meghan is in the Titanic, but she is like, no. You are going to take a picture with me. We are going to be friends. I am going to do this TIG, and I am going to be successful. Determination is, I would have to say that. But this was her dream. This was her goal. This was her baby. And now she's gotten this close. I've done all this trickery. I tricked Harry into marrying me to become famous. I tricked Harry and all those celebrities to come to my wedding so they can be friends with me, so we can hang out later and they can give me a job or something so they can be connected with me because my name is the Duchess of Sussex. I can't help but to believe that Meghan really thinks that as soon as she became Duchess, she had power. A lot of power over people and things and situations. And she thought she could control us by lying on the royal family so we can start hating them. And for what stupid reason? Why not still be friends with them so that your reputation can still be great? Oh, let's trash them. That was the biggest mistake and her mistake, and it killed her career. It killed her popularity. It killed what people thought that they liked about her. Oh, this is the real you? You on the Oprah show, this is who you really are? This person? You married into the royal family, and then they give you everything that you need to become, and then you turn around and treat them like this. And then you realize that, oh, people didn't have the stomach for you doing that. We really like the royal family, and maybe it's you. She used Harry to become an A-lister. She used Harry to do exactly what she's doing, to become and be with the it crowd and become something. It's not just about the money, but it's about being president. It's about being an A-lister. It's about being an influencer. She thinks that since she's going to be an influencer, it's going to bring her status up. We'll see. Kisses to all of you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Don't forget to hit like and share. Forgive me for any mix-ups in the video during production, but kisses to all of you, and I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely wanted to get on and do a deep dive on that one. I thought it was very interesting, and I don't think it's a good tactic for WME to go this way. I think that it's obvious that Meghan is trying to be something in Hollywood. It doesn't look great in her position because it continues to make her look like, oh, see, this is what you wanted to do all along, and that's why you married Harry. The good news is that she needs to hang on to him, whether it's fake or fictitious, as long as she can. Because if they do, it's not going to make her look good. Kisses.